Here we go, the national anthems of Angola and Australia.
And now please stand up for the playing of the national anthem of Angola. And now please keep standing for listening to the anthem of Australia.
Well, Australia know that they are in the knockout stage. They also know that they will not play the United States in the last 16. Will they meet them in the last 8? Assuming that the United States win in the last 16, of course. Well, it all depends which position they finish here in Group D. If they finish second, then they are scheduled to meet the United States, or whoever beats the United States, of course, in the last 8. Angola, they know that they have an outside chance of making 4th spot, and that would put them against the United States in the last 16. There's a lot of ifs and buts there, so we have a fascinating encounter, and it is going to be enthralling to see how the coaches approach this, their last game in Group D.
There we see the starting lineup for Angola. No Olympio Cipriano as we expected, but there is a surprise addition in Reggie Moore. Moore, who only played 9 minutes in their loss to Mexico, played extremely well yesterday. He is a key, and that front court rotation for me is the difference between when Angola play well or poorly.
Yeah, it's been a mystery to most observers, the limited minutes that Reggie Moore has enjoyed. Had a great pedigree, went to, as you were telling me, Lloyd, Oral Roberts, a terrific university in Utah, and a man who racks up the stats, as they say.
Well, the sign of intent from Australia changes already. No Ingles, no Aaron Baines in the starting lineup. So now Jawai, who didn't play in the first game, still trying to find his fitness, is in. And the look at the star players of the team, neither of them in the starting lineups, Roy. Eduardo Mingus started off hot. His first 2 games for Angola, 14.7 rebounds a game. His last 2, just 6 points and 4 rebounds. He is an emotional leader for Angola. I'm sure they'll rely on him. For Australia, Aaron Baines, you see the numbers there. A great tournament so far, but he has played big minutes and he has carried the front court load for Australia. So it'll be interesting to see if this is a tactic for Coach Lamanis to try and get some minutes into Nate Jawai, knowing they're going to need him further down this tournament.
Yeah, when you're guaranteed a place in the knockout phase, why would you risk one of your star players? Why would you risk him injury-wise?
Yeah,
well, we have to wait to see whether Baines does get too many minutes in this game, but smart play by a wily customer.
The other thing we overlooked, Yannick Moreira also in the starting lineup for Angola. So another change there. The youngster, he has been in superb form, so energetic, so athletic, makes a lot of things happen. He forms a good partnership with Reggie Moore, and that's going to be a tough matchup for Nate Jawai to try and keep up with the speed and athleticism of Yannick Moreira up and down the floor, often the first guy leading the break, despite being 6'11".
Angola had a terrific game last night against Slovenia. They came very close, they lost that by 6. It was tight all the way through. And in the end, it was just a greater bench strength really at Slovenia that won out. It was just a 6-point game.
Well, that strength in the bench is what Australia have as well. They were not really going to lose a lot by going to Newley and Jawai. There are two superb performers. Newley, of course, plays here in Gran Canaria in the ACB, so his first start of this tournament, but he's been playing well up until now, so reward for his superb play. Averages 9 points, 2 rebounds coming into this one.
Officials for today: Sretan Radovic from Croatia, Eugeni Mekiev from Kazakhstan, and from Germany, Robert Lodemoser. Been very, very impressed with Nate Jawai. He came into this tournament not 100% fit, we understand, but throughout the 5 days of competition, this the 5th day, really has impressed everyone in limited court time. He's only averaging 8.7 minutes a game in 2 games. This is 3rd game, but 4 assists a game, 4 points and 5 rebounds against Lithuania in that key game. And the Australians win the opening tip. Here is Jawai. Ryan Brockhoff on the fadeaway, and Reggie Moore the rebound.
Moore already, the versatility, rebounds, handles the ball. He's a good playmaker, almost like a point forward at certain times.
Moreira. Reggie Moore's a good matchup with Anderson. Nice pass, Moreira inside. And skyhook from Moreira gets Angola moving.
That's the inside combo. Moore, a great passer. Moreira, good finisher around the ring. Not so sure in this matchup on the defensive end. They keep putting Moreira on the outside player from the other team. This time he's matched up with Anderson.
Nice pass. And Jawai gets his scoring moving, 2 each.
That's where the inexperience of Moreira again. He was the man who should have switched on to Newley. Didn't. Newley gets the penetration, and that's what caused the offensive rebound. Same play from Angola. They're going to try and use Reggie Moore on the low post.
And Doniema from the corner and hits the 3. Doniema is averaging 5.3 points a game and already halfway there.
He's another one of those guys come off a great game yesterday. 14 points for him in that one.
Oh, Dellavedova almost lost the pass there, and inside and off the glass for Dellavedova.
Very strong finish from him. An up and down tournament for Dellavedova. We haven't seen him at his best yet, been solid but not spectacular.
Yeah, the trap that Australia used against Lithuania to such effect.
Costa's got to be a threat. Hasn't been scoring well in this tournament. He's got to do more of that.
Right on cue. What a threat. It's the second 3 for Angola.
Costa averaging just 4.5 a game.
And the first foul of the game. It's Costa.
He's high risk, high reward, isn't he? The number 12 for Angola. He does so much right. Still, at times, so naive, especially defensively. but you just can't replace what he can bring to the table for a team. Rebounding and such a superb finisher around the basket.
Brad Newley on the foul line. 8 from 14 so far in the tournament on the foul line.
Newley's had a solid tournament, hasn't he? Double figures in 3 of the 4 games so far. Averages just under 10 a game at 9. Shooting good percentages from both 2-point range and 3-point range.
And he greeted us in the press conference yesterday in fluent Spanish. Well, at least the first sentence was. 1 from 2 for Newley.
I don't know if Buenos Dias Amigos counts as being fluent in Spanish, but it was pretty good to my Spanish ears.
Well, he certainly fooled me.
It's a poor pass from Costa. Easy giveaway, and Australia in the open floor. This man, especially Ryan Brockhoff, you can't give him room, the number 5.
Dellavedova can't get it into Jawai. Dellavedova opts to shoot instead. And a massive rebound for Mariah. Sword above Brad Newley. Good defense, Dellavedova. Costa inside, off the glass, and nice little spin shot. Possibly the wrong hand, but it still counts.
As I said, Costa has to step up. You know, if you compare this Angola team to the one that played at Afrobasket and missing 3 major pieces now, Cipriano, Carlos Moraes and Carlos Almeida as well, the man who's retired. Costa's got to pick up that slack.
Good defense, Mariah, but Anderson, well, he didn't get the drop, thought he was going to get the roll.
This is where Moreira's good. Look at how quickly he's down the floor.
Dom Niema out of control, but still got the rebound. Excellent pass from Reggie Moore. And that's knocked out of bounds by Ndoniema. Brock Motum in now for Australia, as indeed Dante Exum. Yeah, as we suspected, Coach Lamont is giving players court time here in preparation for the knockout round.
Yeah, we'll expect to see Exum and Chris Golding as well. See a lot of time off the bench. Here's Brockhoff for his first 3.
That is almost money in the bank, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. 62% from 3. Ryan Brockhoff, he missed his first 3 yesterday, still ended up with 4 of 4 in the second half to go 4 of 7. As I said, expect to see Golding off this Australian bench as well.
Ndoniema somehow squeezed the pass in, and Angola make it 14-8.
Walters looks like a confident player after a tough start. 12 points in just 3 games. Yesterday exploded for 21. He did pick up the slack.
Newley has the ball stripped away, and there's a foul on the halfway line by Brockhoff. So the 2 that Ndoniema thought he'd scored is waved.
Good foul from Brockhoff. 4-on-1 break for Angola. Only 1 man back. Brockhoff managed to just reach in and commit the foul.
Remember, Angola's top 4 possibility hangs by a thread. They must win and hope. And rebound Motum. Reggie Moore snaffled that interception with consummate ease. Moore inside. And the rebound Morea, and he had his shot blocked by Uwai. The first shot anyway.
It's the inexperienced Moreira. Great work on the board. He's got to kick it out, get a better one.
Nice pass from Newley, and that's goaltending. Lovely pass from Newley into Dante Exum, and he gets his first 2 of the game. Now, Chris Golding in. He's only played 1 game so far. That was against Korea.
This is a man that is a scorer, though. He plays in the Australian NBL last season. The league's leading scorer. He's got a big move to the ACB in Spain. Zaragoza, we've heard good things about him, but we haven't seen it in this tournament so far.
And there he is, grabbing the air ball. Oh, difficult pass there from Newley. So Australia retain possession, and Adam Gibson coming in to replace Newley.
Martin's played a lot of time as a backup to Matt Dellavedova. He'll probably take the point guard duties, move Exum off the ball. There he is.
Oh. Dante Exum is, let's say, bludgeoned to the floor almost.
Exum, he's just finished at the Australian Institute in Sport, is a man many people probably know. The 5th pick of this 2014 NBA draft. He'll play for the Utah Jazz. Really made a name for himself in the Nike Hoop Summit game. And the international team will take on a US select team. In that game, he scored 16 points and recorded 3 rebounds.
And Lloyd, he has got beautiful technique from the foul line. Look at that wrist. That is absolutely beautiful.
And that's the one thing that's a knock on Exum's game at the moment is the shooting. As you said, he's got good form from the line, so it makes you think he can develop the perimeter shot in the future, but it's not really a weapon right now, more a slasher and finisher at the ring.
I was trying to think of a word to describe it better than beautiful. Exquisite, I would say. Good pressure from Australia again. Ndama inside, and good steal from Jawai. And there goes Exum again.
That's where Exum's dangerous in the open floor, but great trap from Angola. Excellent job.
And Exum apologises to the coach. It's tied at 12s, and Murray comes out, as indeed is Reggie Moore for Angola.
I wish Eduardo Mingus are we going to see his first action. Number 15 for Angola. Actually started the tournament well, disappointing in the last 2.
Well, the tie is broken. And it's Fortes. Had a good game yesterday against Slovenia. He's averaging 8.3 points a game. Over 20 yesterday, and the tie is restored.
There's Golding. Hasn't been on long, already got his first 2. A 50-point game in the Australian NBL this year, so he's a man that knows where the basket is.
Rebound, Motum. They changed the direction from Exum, and well, he attempted to throw it down, changed his mind, but scored anyway. And he was fouled. He's got an and 1.
This is the Dante Exum we've seen in junior competitions. We haven't seen it yet at the senior level.
Yeah, the defender stepped underneath him, and that could hurt. Cameron Bairstow in, replacing Nate Jawai. Dante Exum on the foul line again, 2 from 2 so far. Australia having trailed by 5 at one stage. An opportunity to lead by 3, which is exactly what Exum gives them.
Leading scorer Dante Exum, 7 points now.
Oh, good hands. 3 Australians surrounded. Rodrigo Joachim then. Mingas for 3. And the rebound Gibson. Sorry, it's Golding. Here's Gibson. Oh, beautiful backdoor pass. And the dunk from Golding. Super backdoor play there from Australia.
Great spacing for Australia. Good movement off the ball. We see some ice on Aaron Bain's knee. I mean, he's not going to see any action at all here today. We'll have to wait.
Barosh. Good defense from Australia. Shot clock 3. And Doniema hits the 3. Great management, I think, of the shot clock.
Second 3 from him. Good play. Shot clock was winding down. Didn't have too many options.
Golding. And the rebound, Mingas. Doniema. That's a hook. An offensive foul from Valdiskio Joachim. Tried to establish position in the low post, but illegal use of the elbows. There's that dunk from Chris Goulding. Bairstow. Goulding goes back door again.
Open man if they can find him. Here he is, Gibson in the corner.
Adam Gibson has not missed a shot in the tournament yet. Okay, he's only taken 3. Well, that's his 4th actually. Missed a high percentage. Barosh loses the ball. 1:02 to go in the first period, and Australia have a 5-point lead. Timeout, Angola. Putting the promotional videos to get a glimpse of an Australian that's not here. Paddy Mills, I'm sure he's watching and following his team and hoping or knowing that they're in the knockout stage, hoping they're going to go further than the last 16, hoping they're going to go a lot further than that even.
Great start. Thought Australia might go to the bench, but haven't really had any drop off at all. This is an Angolan team which does have some quality. They took Mexico close yesterday, but off the bench for Australia. Goulding, 4 points and 2 rebounds. Exum, 7 points. They're the 2 players we've really not seen a lot of in this tournament. But they're showing, asking Coach Lamanis, should they be receiving more court time?
Well, had Australia looked down the floor then, they would have seen the Angolan team still in a huddle, not aware that the referee had restarted the game. Motum inside, attempted throw down, and the rebound Bairstow. This time the rebound is for Ndoniema. Gallant Angolan team here without several star players, big scorers missing. And let's give Motum the rebound there.
This is such a young Australian team on the floor here.
Australia holding for the last shot of the first period. Nothing separating game and shot clock. Nice pass, well no it wasn't. And the long shot, well he had longer than that. He had a couple of seconds to spare. But the first period ends with Australia on 22 and Angola 17. Angola must win and then hope that Korea beat Mexico in the second game up today. At the moment it is Angola trailing Australia by 5. The stats, the only team beaten the foul line so far, Australia. They've hit 4 of the 5 attempts. Australia just have the edge in rebounds and they have more than an edge in assists.
Positive start, said from Australia, exactly what they would have hoped for really. 14 points off the bench for them, 14 of their 22. As they've used a couple of players trying to get some quality minutes. Don't forget Ingles, Baines, I haven't seen any time yet, and I'm sure it may continue that way.
Yeah, another major player for Australia. David Anderson started, but came out pretty quickly. Anderson, just 4 minutes. No stats yet for Anderson. I just wonder whether he will be rested as well for much of the game.
Well, Anderson, the old guard for Australia, the only man over the age of 30. I mentioned what a young lineup it was on the floor there at the end for Australia. Gibson at 27 was the old man on the team. The two 23-year-olds on the inside are Moten and Bairstow, and then of course young Dante Exum, just 19 years of age, at the point guard. So for Angola, what's the way back? He used an inside parry of Moore and Moreira early, but scoring has been the problem. Fortes and Nima and Costa have all contributed.
Australia, no starters on the floor at the moment. But coming off the bench, those players that are on the court done a good job. They lead by 5.
Zone for Australia then. 2-3 it looks like. Some using that long wingspan. He'll be at the front.
And the rebound, Chris Golding. I think I heard one of the Australian commentators saying that it's the first time Australia have won 3 World Cup games in a row. Looking for 4. Is it 4 World Cup games in a row?
Yeah, 4. If they win today, it'll be the 4th, which is the longest streak they've ever had. It shows you how well this Australian team has done coming into Gran Canaria.
Nice fake from Barosh, and hits the 3.
Barros, usually a good three-point shooter, has been struggling here. First stage of the tournament, still looking for his first 3.
Yeah, he was given as a 2, was it? Oh.
Stepped inside on that occasion.
Fortes.
And this
Barosh
might be the
again.
3, yeah.
An easy rebound for Fortes.
Still can't get it going. Into Barros.
Costa. No way past Exum.
D from Exum cutting off the baseline. Shot clock winding down.
Oh, lovely pass in from Costa. Mingas misses the hook shot. The rebound, Golding.
Early first 2 games, Eduardo Mingus was automatic around that range. But the last 2 games, and now this one as well, it just hasn't found his touch.
Bairstow to Gibson. That's a holding foul against Mingas. And Nate Dewey wants to get back in, as indeed does Brad Newley. There's a foul, little touch foul from Mingas, his second. Exum and Moten out for Australia, and Dewey Newley in. Well, Chris Golding definitely making a point here to the coach. 7 points so far. In just 6 minutes for Golding.
He is a scorer. Everybody in Australia knows that. Showing why.
Oh, lovely spin move. Valdisco Joachim.
Low post play there. That's what I like to see from him. Solid base, good finish.
His first 2 of the game, and that's not the first 2 of the game for Nature Wide. The throwdown, and there is some attitude there.
Well, the post defense on the wrong side from Joachim. It was on the low side. The pass was a good one. Jawai could just turn and get a dunk. No help at all.
Barosh again uses the pick. Good defense from Newley. 2 on the shot clock, and the air ball. That's super defense from the Australians.
And the spacing was all wrong. Have a look at that dunk from Jawai. They see Joachim was caught on the outside.
2 of the Angolan starters back in now, Moreira and Moore. Australia by 8. Golding on the fade, that's going to miss, and the rebound for Costa.
Good step from Golding to get the space.
Oh, almost a double dribble there from Costa. Costa inside. Moreira the rebound and the reset.
It's better from Moreira. Great work on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they want the ball cleaned or dried.
That's what we see from Moreira. If he gets an offensive rebound, yeah, if he's open around the ring,
Dante Exum desperate to get in, but the referee gives him the nod. Adam Gibson out. Gibson just 3 points, but yet to miss a shot. Good defense, big man against big man. Bairstow against Moore. Fortis pulls up. And the rebound kept alive by Newley, and then it was batted out of bounds by Costa. And Doniema back in for Angola, replacing Barosh.
Played well in the first quarter, and 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist.
And another glimpse there of the knee of Aaron Baines. Jawai got the rebound, but illegally, I suspect. So Jawai picks up his first foul. Here's Costa. Quiet part of the game, really. And it plays into Australia's hands. Oh, good double team, good trap. And Morea loses it on the dribble. Bit of a rush of blood there from Yannick Morea. The only Angolan to play outside of Angola. Club basketball, that is.
See a lot of the Angolans go outside of their native country to play professionally. A lot go to the United States now for college basketball.
That's a foot violation, so from 4 seconds, the shot clock is reset to 14.
Only Kim Gomez, but when, it was a long time ago now, he had periods in Europe. These Angolans will stay.
I understand that their long-time coach, Mario Palmer, now head coach of Portugal. Which, interesting, it being a Portuguese colony a long time ago, I think. My history tells me correctly. Here's Exum. Seems though the scoreboard has been frozen on 29-21 for some time. 1 second. Chris Goulding answers. Why not? Having a great game here.
Call from before the game. The Australian commentators asked him if he's going to hit 5 threes. He told him he'd take 5. He didn't know about making them, but two so far.
And he's the first player on the floor to double figures. 10 points to Chris Goulding. So the first foul against Dante Exum. Fortis loses it on the dribble again. Here goes that man, Chris Goulding. Oh, we got one in the face there from Doniema. Don't think there was any malice there. Just completely accidental, but not pleasant. You're on the receiving end of it.
Goulding just looked to the bench with a little smile as if to say, I really wanted to shoot that one. And perhaps he should, rather than pick it up and put himself in a bad position. There he is, the man of the moment. 10 points already.
And Newley working hard to get open. He, of course, has a three-point threat as well. Bairstow, through the legs dribble, is unsuccessful. And Goal have been stuck on 21 for what seems like an age. And they're still on 21, but there was a foul, and it's against Fortis.
Good work on the boards from Fortis, good crash, but picks it up as we see Goulding switching those nets.
Exum, the floating shot, and Jawai the rebound. And Exum looking for the foul and getting it. And the foul, and Doniema. 2 shots, Dante Exum. Rock Motum wants to get back in for Australia. Doniema picks up his 3rd foul, and here comes Adam Gibson as well, replacing Cameron Bairstow. Newly out as well for the Australians. Great position for coach Andre Lamonis, knowing that whatever happens, they're in the knockout stage. The only cloud on the horizon, I suppose, is that he doesn't know which position he's going to be in. 1, 2 or 3.
Of course. First or third means you don't play the US until the semi-final, assuming all games go to form. So I'm sure they would like to avoid them just to try and get further and deeper in this tournament. But the way Australia have played, the way it's set up, they can't really determine that too much here. So they'll just play their game, get some rest to Ingles, who's played major minutes. When yesterday only took 1 shot, like Coach Lamanis said after the game in the press conference, he was tired, but he still played 30 minutes on the floor.
And despite the fact the ball bobbled around the rim there twice, Dante Exum yet to miss from the foul line. "13 on for Angola is Londo Manuel. Only played 2 games so far and hasn't troubled the statsmen. At last, a 3, or a field goal rather, for Angola. Costa hits the 3, and it's back to a 10-point lead for Australia.
He's the leading scorer. I said I think he's got to be more aggressive. He's done that, but he's had no support.
The languid Dante Exum, those long, long arms. Well, this Goulding actually missed then.
Tough look for Goulding, wasn't it? He had the ball, shot clock was winding down. Had to take responsibility, but couldn't make it.
Last 3 minutes of the first half. And for the first time tonight, Coach Lamanis is on his feet. Well, 15 on the shot clock, and Nate Jawai let that ball bounce out of bounds then, thinking that it was his possession, but he actually had touched an Australian foot first.
Second time Moreira's had to take in that pass. If it was his hands or the pass was too low for him.
Nathan Jawai sweating profusely, as he always does. A real grafter. Paolo Placido looking a little perplexed. He knows that if they lose this, they don't make the knockout stage. Mexico have the tie-break with them.
Moore's still not scored in this one. There's another man that's got to come with something for Angola.
Well, Costa putting the ball on the floor an awful lot there, but eventually he was fouled. And that's only the 3rd team foul against Australia in this period. Correa. Lando. Shot clock 5. And rebound Jawai. Well, Angola didn't need to force the shot there. Or at least another couple of passes on. Adam Gibson. Motum. Oh, his arms took it away there. Here's Costa. Well, eventually Angola scored. They almost made a complete mess of the fast break, but they get back to within 8.
Numbers down the floor, and as you said, it wasn't the prettiest break, but Moreira cleans it all up for them.
Goulding. Well, he's missed 1-3, but he didn't miss then, and he moves on to 13 points.
Great 3-point shooting, Chris Goulding. Use block off and Ingles go out. Golding just picks up the slack.
And Angola respond with a three of their own. Fortes. They've been going scoreless for a long time. Both teams now down their shooting touches. Jawai, that's a tough pass. That's blocked on the way up. Motum staying with it. Great hustling from Motum, and he floats it in the end. Wonderful rebounding of Rock Motum. Back to a 10-point game.
Stay with it, Rock Motum. And the first one blocked, but a couple of fakes. Such a grafter, really is an engine on the inside, Motum.
Just gone to Utah Jazz, you're telling me, Lloyd. Motum.
Time for the Jazz. Will go into training camp, trying to make the final roster.
And the foul, Nathan Jawai.
Pick up Washington State. Finished up. Italy.
And with 30 seconds on the clock in the first half, both teams now in the penalty.
Let's see who she's supporting. Eye on the arm. There he is. On the clock. Angola got to go in a hurry here.
No way in. And there's the buzzer. Well, it went in, but waved. So, Zondo Manuel thought he might have got a three there. He shot 1 second too late.
Poor play from Costa. Rely on your point guard to manage the time. He didn't do that. Let's see how Exum can do.
5 on the game clock. Oh, from the corner, as casual as you like. Adam Gibson. What a three from Adam Gibson. And he just walks up as cool as you like. Well, what do you expect, he says. So Australia end the first half with a three from the corner from Adam Gibson, which makes it a 42-29 scoreline in favour of Australia. Angola with problems. They lose this, they stand no chance of making the knockout stage. If they win this, they still have to hope for something of a miracle and have to hope that Korea beat Mexico. So the team that has smiles on their faces at the moment, other than Australia, Lithuania and Slovenia, are Mexico. So we'll take a break with about 14 minutes after halftime break to come, with a reminder that the score is Australia 42, Angola 29. Welcome back to Gran Canaria. It's the last day of the first phase of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. And the Group D game here in Las Palmas is Australia against Angola. At half-time, Australia lead Angola 42-29, and we have one of the more unusual statistics. The Australian bench is outscoring the Angolan bench 32-4. Now, there is a good reason for that. That is because Australian coach Lamanis started with pretty much a starting five minus Brad Newley and Joe Ingles, and then very quickly he decided, or he had probably already decided, that he was going to give some of his bench players maximum court time here in the event of their being necessary in the knockout stages. So leading scorer in the game, in only his second game of the tournament, is Chris Goulding. He's on 13 points and he has been draining threes like there was no tomorrow. And what's more, Australia begin the second half. Here's Dante Exum.
Well, almost a perfect game for Australia so far. Rest into the starters' legs. And the bench players have been playing very well indeed.
Bairstow gets the rebound and forces his way to the hoop. The rebound grabbed eventually by Eduardo Mingas.
Angola, the front court needs to come to play. They haven't had production on any front court player.
Angola, if they lose, they are out of the top four. They have to win and hope. And that hope rests upon Korea beating Mexico by a lot. Exum into Bairstow, loses it. Here go Angola on the break. Barosh misses the layup, but there's Morea with the follow-up. So the first 2 points of the second half to Angola.
Morea goes to 6. So a little bit of help from the front court. See if it continues. He's got to guard Bairstow now. Mingus comes to help.
And Morea, the rebound.
Mingus needs to just stay home, and Jawai short. The Morea needs to help with Bairstow. Try and contain him.
Fortes almost loses it. The ball, that is. Barosh. Oh, great tip by Newley, but he tapped it to an opponent. Morea inside, he's fouled unceremoniously by Brad Newley. You are not going to score.
Australia had their lineups all wrong there. Switchbacks, and Newley just commits the foul. And he'll send Morea to the line.
Yannick Morea. Well, it rattled and bounced out. There's Reggie Moore. Heavily tattooed former All Roberts man. And it rattled in and rattled out again. And the rebound and the floating shot. 4 without reply at the beginning of the second half for Angola. They trail by 9.
First 2 for Mingus, the front court, the 4 of them we usually see combined for just 6 points in the first 20 minutes. They've got 4 already here.
Floating shot from Dante Exum, and here go Angola, 3 on 2. Surely they must score. Well, they miss, and Newley gets the rebound. Exum into Besto for the 2, so that's a 4-point play. Angola had the numbers, and they missed the layup. Australia didn't.
Costa had the ball and threw a poor pass to Barosh, to Fortes. That's why he missed the layup. The other way, though, Exum on the money. Easy finish for Besto. Mismatch for Mingus on the inside. He's got to finish.
And Morea doesn't finish, but he's on the foul line again.
As I mentioned, we're just 6 points for that front court, the 4. Morea, Moore, Mingus and Oakim. 6 points in the first half. They average 40 points a game between those 4 coming into it today. So you can see the drop-off in production from the front court. They've started it in much better fashion here in the second half, though.
It's an almost unforgotten situation in basketball. If you have a layup and miss it, then you're more likely than not to have a layup against you at the other end. If you hit the layup, then your opponents have to take the ball out of bounds first. And Angola's suffering at the moment.
Morea, who's usually very good at the line, or he has been in this tournament, I should say. He's missed 3 in a row now. He makes that one.
So it's back to a 10-point lead for Australia. And some pressure now. But Exum handles it easily. And Newley is fouled by Costa. Costa 2, foul column. And Exum is fouled, this time by Barosh. Barosh picks up his first foul. Brokoff on for Australia, and the open 2 for Cameron Bairstow. The lead back to 12. Morea from distance. Easy rebound for Juwai. And the alley-oop attempt, that's good transition defense from Fortes.
From him to get back now. Can Angola punish them? Going the other way.
Well, they can with a 3, and it's Milton Barosh.
First 3 of the tournament. He loves the corner. He was 0 of 10 coming into the game. He's finally managed to hit one in his final appearance, perhaps.
Man who's 0 from the arc, hasn't missed from the foul line yet. But there's Bairstow, same spot as he hit, what, a minute or so ago.
That's the inexperience of Morea. He can't give that shot.
Well, what a pass. And even though Juwai had a slight tug of the shirt there, Morea still scores the 2.
He said it's high risk, high reward. Breakdown defensively, but then at the other end, that's what he gives you. Down the floor early and a good finish.
Newley into Juwai, the reverse layup. Oh, Juwai seems to have so much time in whatever he does.
And those of you in Europe watching will know his quality.
And there's quality as well from Morea, little tip in. So Angola not done yet. And they lose the ball. No movement from the Australian bench, and the throwdown! Yannick Morea! Wow, what an athlete this young man is. It's only a 7-point game now.
Moreira's put him on his back. He's brought them into this one. He's moved to 13 points and 8 rebounds. Coach Lemanis is going to change his front court.
There is some belief in the Angolan team now. Here they go, 4-on-2. Surely this time, Morea inside for another dunk. Timeout, Australia. What a phase of play from Angola. They trail by 5. Well, in 5 minutes, Angola have reduced the margin from 13 to a mere 5.
Go to the offensive glass. Dante, you got back coverage for us. Let's see if we can get some offensive rebounds. All right. If we don't get it though, you can't just walk around, fellas. You got to run back.
Coach Lemanis has scored timeout. What he doesn't want is for Angola to do to Australia what Lithuania did to him in the 3rd period. Bench scoring there, not really a relevant statistic considering the state of the group table. What is significant is a big run of scoring for Angola. They have outscored Australia by 8 in less than 5 minutes of this 3rd period. There's that dunk, that second dunk from Yannick Morea.
Moreira, he was contained in the first half by Australia, but here in the second, he's come alive.
Well, these dunks, he's rewarded with a spot on the bench. Explain that one to me then, Lloyd.
To be fair, when he was going out, he was slow to walk to the bench for the timeout, Moreira. He does play with great energy. I think he's just going to get a breather.
Oh, Brock Moten coming out of the Australian timeout, buries a 3.
Moten has shown the ability to shoot from the outside. He looks to shoot it, but he hasn't really made them. Just 0 of 1 from the 3-point line before that. His first make of this tournament now.
Costa to Reggie Moore. No backdoor there. Moore from 3. And the rebound. And there's a foul on the play. It's against Eduardo Mingas. No, it's not. It's against Australia. Everyone looked around.
I thought that was on Eduardo Mingas, and I was about to say that. That's one of the worst calls we've seen.
Well, he thought it was against him as well.
No, good officiating once more.
Costa misses the 3, the rebound Newley.
So without Moreira, there's no one on the glass. Moore and Mingas going to have to do a job here. They're outsized.
Exum behind the back dribble. Almost lost it. We'll call that a floating pass. Nice pass inside to Bairstow. Great footwork from Bairstow, but it comes out again, and he stays with it, and he's rewarded for his efforts with a foul. I think that's Fortes. It is indeed. So Fortes picks up his first.
Certainly Milton Barros, there he is in his picture. He went down on his left knee. He's still testing it out. There's a wet spot on the floor that he slipped on. Seems to be okay, and Angola really can't afford to lose another perimeter player. There's Fortes goes down, and watch Barros as he comes through. There you see, he slips and goes down on that left knee. Seems to be okay. And Moreira's going to come straight back in.
Cameron Bairstow hits the first.
Short breather for Moreira. Still trying to sort out the floor.
It's a bit of a blight on wooden floors, isn't it? I mean, it's the best floor to play on by a long, long way. But it does seem to attract a lot of, well, sweat and moisture. It makes it precarious when you step on a wet spot. Bairstow shoots an air ball from the foul line. It may have just clipped the rim. Costa can't get it into Reggie Moore. Now they do. Reggie Moore goes inside, and he's fouled. And I think it's Bairstow. No, It's Brock Motum. Well, the man who hit the buzzer beater at the end of the first half, Adam Gibson, comes back in, replacing Brad Newley. And Reggie Moore on the foul line. And Reggie Moore is shooting 6 from 7 in the tournament.
Scoreless in this game so far, though. Need him.
That was a tired shot from Reggie Moore.
Best game yesterday, 17 points, 6 rebounds. And Slovenia got 0-2.
Golding to Bairstow. Back to Motum. He's hit 1 from there already. Make it 2. Brock Motum.
More helps again. It's the second or third time Angola have done that. Helping between the bigs. They're just giving up jump shots.
And Barosh fires up a 3. And Dante Exum gets the rebound. And is he looking for Motum again? No. Why not? Looking for Chris Golding.
Yeah.
Timeout Angola.
You always look for Chris Golding no matter where he is on the floor.
So from leading by 5, now Australia lead by 15.
They've been so good at the start of the third period, but just some breakdowns defensively there. As I said, Moore left his man to try and double. Gave him an open jump shot. Herrera had already done it, and then in transition. How do you not know where Chris Golding is? He went 3 of 4 from the three-point line in the first half. He just stood there comfortable as anything. Like a practice, just caught it and shot it in rhythm. 4 of 5. He has 16 points now.
Rather animated. Paul Macedo, coach to Angola. Angola had a dreadful second half against Mexico, trailed by 1 at half time, and it was in the end a huge loss, 55-79. All the damage done in the second half. The leading factor for Angola is that they're missing many leading players.
I was lucky enough to be at AfroBasket, right? And the lineup we saw there was just so balanced for Angola. But it changed dramatically. They had the combination of Barosh and Costa at the point that they still have, but on the wings was perhaps the strongest position. They had Carlos Almeida. He was the MVP of the tournament. They had Carlos Moraes, was the MVP of the tournament. Carlos Almeida, the 38-year-old sharpshooter.
Of course, in that AfroBasket, Angola trying to make a point because they had lost their Olympic spot to Tunisia in the previous AfroBasket. So,
and they also had Olimpio Cipriano. All 3 of those really we haven't seen here in this tournament. We didn't get to see that man at AfroBasket though, and he is making a name for himself.
That's his 3rd dunk in the 3rd period.
Herrera has come to play 17 points. Head and shoulders the leading scorer for Angola.
Bairstow, and the rebound Fortes. Oh, Mingas was inside! He was inside for an age, and eventually he found that man, Morea.
Pass to Mingas. Often you see players when they have been open and they don't get the ball, they force the action.
So both teams have done well coming out of timeouts. And yeah, the rebound for Morea. 19-8 now. And the 2, this is how to come out of a timeout. Coach Lamanis of Australia looking, well, he's scratching his chin a little bit.
Australia look like a little lethargic here, almost like they had this game won.
Adalooth on the corner. Adam Gibson likes the corner spot, doesn't he? And not the time for a head-down dribble for Angola. They're still in the game. They trail by 12, 2 to go, or just under 2 in the 3rd period. Jawai back in for Bairstow. Oh, nice pass on the out of bounds, and the 2 for none other than Morea. Morea moves on to 21 points and 9 rebounds.
What a second half, what a third quarter, in fact, for him. He had just 4 points at halftime.
Well, there's a rare miss from Gibson.
And there's the double-double from Herrera with the rebound.
Morea gets the rebound, and the 2, and the foul. He's going out 1. What a game from Morea. Foul, Brockmotum.
Morea makes this. That will be 20 points in the third quarter for this man at the line.
And with 1:32 to go in the third, Morea on a double-double of 25, 23 and 10. Takes his time, deep breath. And hits it. It's a 7-point game now. Angola have climbed up the mountain once and slithered back down again. Halfway up that mountain now. Into Exum, into Jawai. Golding loses the ball. Here go Angola again. Costa.
This is open. Defense from Australia. Just a step behind everything Angola's doing at the moment.
Cortez for 3! It's a 4-point game! Some smiles break out at last on the Angolan bench. Oh, pass through the legs. What a beautiful pass. And Jawai lays it up.
Australia have got to pick up their defensive intensity. They're struggling to know who they're guarding. They've got the matchups all wrong. They're going to be in a 2-3 zone here then. See if this will help change the tempo.
Last 40 seconds of the third. Pass inside to Mingas, the finger roll. 65 plays 61.
It's time to get back in the man-to-man if you're Australia. The zone's not working for them.
Difference of 10 seconds between game and shot clock. Now the shot clock has been turned off for Angola. Morea, the throwdown. It's a 2-point game. Morea moves on to 26 points. Well, they stunned Australia here. They've led by as many as 15, 2 or 3 minutes ago. Now they lead by 2. 6 seconds, third period. Exum is fouled. That's only the 4th team foul against Angola in this period with 2.5 seconds remaining. Remember, Angola have to win and hope that Korea beat Mexico in the game after this. If they lose, they have no chance of making the final 4, or rather the top 4. Australia are in the top 3. Coach Lamanis is having a little chat here with the officials. What that was about, I have no idea. Australia, 2.5 seconds to go in the third. And it's Motum, he's hit a 3 from there already. Oh, almost from Chris Goulding. But what a game we have on our hands here in Gran Canaria. Group D, it's the last game for both teams, Australia and Angola. And at the moment, Australia lead only by 2.
Third quarter, 34 points for Angola in the third quarter, so 32 points. No, the score's just changed on my caption. It's 34 points, I was right initially. 34 third quarter points. Yannick Moreira, he's got 26 points and 10 rebounds. He had just 4 at the half, Roy, so 22 points for him. What a third quarter, he just outworked the Australian team. The first man down the floor was always finding himself open around the ring. Couple of offensive rebounds helped his cause as well.
Moreira's stats read 26 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, no fouls. That's the number 12 for Angola. Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas. He's doing them proud. Doing Angola proud as well.
Yes, he is. 12 of 16 from the field. Superb play. And how are Australia going to respond? It was a leggy third quarter from them, really. They didn't come out with the energy we've seen. They tried to go to the zone, but it didn't work. So, see if they go back man-to-man. Newley's going to come in to try and give them some energy. And that's something that he usually does.
Remember, Australia looking for their 4th win in a row, the first time in their international basketball history. I have no doubt Coach Lamont is not even interested in that statistic. And still, no Ingles and no Baines. So Coach Lamont is sticking to the game plan. resting those two.
Dellavedova's only played 4 minutes as well, and so has Anderson. The pair of them played the opening 4 minutes, haven't gone back again. And up until that last quarter, the Australians have played very well. In fact, the last quarter wasn't bad offensively. They still scored 23 points themselves, which is their highest production in a quarter, but it was defensively, they just fell asleep.
Well, at one stage they had a 15-point lead. That disappeared in the blink of an eye. They still have a lead because Morea missed the hook shot. Goulding loses the ball, but it was a foul. The foul was Costa.
He was frustrated. He knew it was there to be taken, just couldn't get it cleanly.
He stole the ball and then bumped Goulding. There's Adam Gibson. Well, Gibson under no pressure can pick a pass off there if he wants, and he does so to Juwai. Oh, that's great hands from Eduardo Mingas, and the foul, Brad Newley. Two fouls, Newley. Cortez to inbound. Morea from three this time. Oh my goodness me, he's having a dream game. 29 points, and Angola hit the lead.
It was a two. Yeah, given as a 2, foot must have been on the line.
Oh, apologies for getting excited there. It's tied at 65s. It's not tied any longer. Brock Moden hits his second three.
Moden enjoying the matchup against Moreira because he can take him to the outside.
And the foul is Adam Gibson. No, it's not. It's Chris Goulding. A couple of lookalikes from this distance. And where we're sitting, I had to look very closely at the end of the first half when Adam Gibson buried a three. I thought it might have been Goulding again, but no. Morea inside.
Got the mismatch. Can he finish now or even kick? Good patience from him.
Barosh, that's going to miss, but the rebound, and now it's a 1-point game, Australia, but only by 1.
It's the rebounding from Australia. 2 Angolan players. They're trying to get it. No one from Australia at all impacting.
Well, that is definitely Goulding. Chris Goulding takes his tally to 19.
Shooting from Goulding, but the problem's not that end for Australia. They have to play defense. They have to rebound.
Barosh. And Morea is fouled by Brock Modem, I think. Or was it Newley? It was indeed Newley. Newley's third. And that's the third team foul against Australia with an age to go. 8 minutes plus. Angola fighting for their FIBA Basketball World Cup life. Still not sure of a top 4 spot if they win this.
Angola's still in that zone. Angola's picking it apart.
Oh, great rebound from Moten, who out-timed Eduardo Mingas. Juwai on the fade. That's gone a long way. And Costa nearly went away without the ball. Yeah, Angola doing the right thing, just slowing it down.
And this time, Moreira's open for the lob.
Barosh the reverse layup, it's a 2-point game. And Barosh takes his tally to 7. Newley almost lost it, good defense, Mingas. Goulding into Juwai. Oh, lovely pass. Motum, the no-look pass to Goulding. Inevitably for 3. 22 points now. Chris Goulding. Remember, only his second game of the tournament.
6 and 9. Chris Goulding. Well, Shane Hill asked him to hit 5. He's hit 6.
Again, Australia just sagging off, allowing the pass. They're not going to allow the rebound, I suspect. Barosh. There's the shot clock buzzer. Good defense, Australia. And Dante Exum and Cameron Bairstow back in for Australia, replacing Adam Gibson and Brock Motum.
Oh, I might need to come out soon. lets him probably get about a minute here before he replaces Jawai, because he's looking a little fatigued.
Bairstow to Newley. Oh, good hands from Eduardo Mingas, just deflected it into a teammate's hands, and the foul. Morea will get the foul line again. I think it was Newley.
Once more work from Morea, the first man down the floor. Look at this. Look at how far ahead of everybody else he is. Newley did a good job to get back, got a piece of it and his arm.
Well, we understand there have been 30-point scorers in some of the other pools. We've not had a 30-point scorer here in Group D. But Morea very close to that. He's on 28, and he has 2 foul shots to come. Brad Newley takes a break. Newley's on 4 fouls. Morea hits the first. It's a 4-point lead for Australia. Angolan fans still believe. And Angolan players still do as well. That's the most important thing. 2 from 2 for Morea. There's the 30-point. Golding. Oh, great denial defense, Eduardo Mingas. Uh-oh, the throwdown again, and the crowd are loving this guy. Timeout Australia. Australia lead, but only by 1. Well, we've had some cracking games here in Gran Canaria. Australia, Lithuania, Australia, Mexico. We had a good game last night. Angola against Slovenia, and this is another one. Angola 73, Australia 74 with 6 to go in the 4th.
And then running back and getting ducks.
Morea simply taking Australia on his own. 44 points, 11 rebounds, 28 second half points for him.
There's only one other Angolan in double figures. That's Roberto Fortes on 10 points.
Performance, and he's been the main factor. Why? Points in the paint, 40 to 22. Bearing in mind, at the half, 16 to 8 in favour of Australia. So 32 points in the paint in the second half for Angola, and it's all been this man here. He's the star right now.
The consummate athlete, Yannick Morea. Well, he's dunked it so many times in this second half. We go to overtime. The basket might need to be readjusted and put back in its place. There he is. Yannick Morea. Wonderful stats in 25 minutes, 32 points, 11 rebounds. And Australia now with Dante Exum. 6 to go in the 4th. Brokoff on his 3-point threat, no doubt. Well, his 2-point threat is by Cameron Bairstow. Lead back to 3 for Australia. Australia always seem to respond coming out of Coach Lamanus' timeouts.
Just held his hamstring on that last defensive sequence. Let's see how he is.
He rescued that pass. And shake and bake. And the fadeaway. It bounces in and out, and that's Angola possession. The problem is for Angola that when Morea does shoot from 10 or 12 feet, there's not an awful lot of rebounding in there. There should be. There isn't. Mingas inside. He's fouled. Foul by Chris Golding. Eduardo Mingas for this game, 9 from 11 from the foul line. Chris Golding picks up his 3rd foul. Angola trail by 3. 5.5 to go in the 4th. Mingas misses the 1st. There's Paul Macedo. Well, the second is good. It's a 2-point game. Paul Macedo pouncing, or rather pacing the sideline. Like to bounce, I've no doubt. Bairstow to Jawai. Golding. We won't give Morea a rebound there. I think he may have got a fingertip on it. Fortes to Costa. Australia in his zone still. Mingas inside. Now, every Angolan player asking for goaltending, and the referee called the foul. I'm not sure whether he's going to have a look at this. No, it's a two-shot foul. Don't think the referee can consult the monitor on the goaltending.
No, I don't think he needed to. He was confident in his action, saying it was on the way up, and I think it's the right call.
Eduardo Mingas on the foul line. 9 points to him so far and 6 rebounds. Hits the first. It's a 1-point game.
This is the Eduardo Mingas we saw in the first couple of games. First time in double figures for him, as he struggled in the last 2, or the first time in 3 games.
Well, he misses, but gets the rebound.
Slow to get up. He's holding his ankle.
Yeah, and straight away Australia go to the bench with Adam Gibson coming in for Brockhoff pretty quickly. Besto. Morea 4-2 from distance. Angola hit the lead. I risk of repeating myself several times. 34 points now to Morea. We were pretty complimentary about him making the 30-point barrier. We only made 40. Great hands. Mingas chases down the loose ball, and the crowd here chanting Angola. From the corner. The rebound, Jawai. Angola just got carried away with it there slightly. Dante Exum into Jawai for the throwdown. Great pass from Exum and the alley-oop from Nate Jawai.
Oh, beautiful pick and roll play. Dante Exum was through the defender long enough to give Jawai the space.
Well, good hands from Exum. Australia have regained the lead. And that's an offensive foul, surely. Yep. Little elbow there from Costa. And Dante Exum got one in the teeth.
Great play, both ends. Dante Exum. That's what he does have in his locker. That's his ability there. The creative nature on the offensive end to throw the lob, and then defensively those long arms.
Ryan Brockhoff comes out. I've no doubt they'll get ice on that ankle pretty soon.
I don't think it's a serious one. Just tweaked it. Exum goes again.
Australia by 1. And the foul, no, it's a travel by Cameron Bairstow. The defense from Yannick Morea. Timeout. Angola.
Their second.
3:41 to go in the fourth. Australia 78, Angola 77.
Game which has come to life really in this second half. Angola looked dead and buried in the first. Australia very comfortable indeed, but Pereira's brought it back into it.
Half-time, it was 42-29. And then a dramatic third period, which Angola won 34-23. And they're leading this fourth period by 1. And that means 78-77 in favour of Australia.
Those of you who haven't seen Angola play before, the story of Yannick Pereira is an interesting one. He does attend, as you mentioned, Roy, Southern Methodist University in the United States. He averaged just 6 points and 4 rebounds a game this season, as he suffered a knee injury in January. It meant that since January he's only played double-figure minutes in the NCAA once. He really found himself out of the rotation when he came back. Averaged on the season just 13 minutes a game. His legendary American coach Larry Brown, that is his head coach. Pereira, just the solitary double-double in the NCAA season. That came against Sam Houston State. So you can see what a springboard this has been for him to show his potential. He really has made a name for himself. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people watching around the world now, keeping an eye on his senior season at Southern Methodist when he goes back straight after this tournament.
Well, Angola are testament to the fact that it takes time to develop international basketball, and I can remember back in 1992 when they got absolutely obliterated by the Dream Team in Barcelona, but they've been an ever-presence on the international stage ever since. And they've always produced athleticism, and they've produced good coaches. And here they are again, 1 point away, 1 point behind a very, very good Australian team. Mingas seems to have taken a little bit of control over this game. as far as Angola are concerned. And there's Mingas with the rebound, right on cue, and Angola hit the lead.
Rebounding has been the problem for Australia in the second half.
Golding from the corner, and the rebound is from Morea. And here go Angola, they have a 4-on-3 now. They regroup in the half court. Smart play there from Barosh. Under 3 to go in the fourth. Fortes inside for the layup, and Chris Golding had no choice but to let him go. The biggest lead for Angola for a long time. They lead by 3.
And the biggest lead in the game is only 5. Shows you what a great spurt this has been. What an important second half.
Gibson into Cameron Bairstow. Jawai, Goulding. They know all about Goulding shooting now. Well, there's the shot clock buzzer, but Angola, well, it's a shot clock violation. Yeah, Coach Lamanis is saying, well, it hit the rim and we got the rebound, we being Australia. Now, this is a dangerous situation for Angola. Roberto Fortes, it's cramped.
It's going to have to come out, though. It's a big loss. But
Frank, well, the game is going to stop for a while now because that floor has to be dried.
Angola, the difference in the second half. Yes, Yannick Moreira, but the platform for them rebounding. 23-12 in the second half. 8
of those from Eduardo Mingas and 5 by Costa. Well,
so the platform that's given them by securing the rebound both offensively and defensively. Offensively, they've now got 16 second chance points, and then also when they do get a defensive rebound, Moreira is like a, it's like a jet engine down the middle. He's just quicker than anybody else. That's why he gets so many layups and easy scores.
Costa just asked for a little help on the press break, didn't need it eventually, and that's a foot violation. Shot clock stays on 18. The Australian bench getting very animated. Here's Costa again. Angola lead by 3. Barosh to Mingas. Australia trail by 5. And we have a timeout, Australia. Mingas pulls up, buries the jumper. 78 Australia, 83 Angola with 2 minutes and 1 second remaining.
Third timeout called by Australia in this second half, so they're going to have to go the whole way now. Without a lot of input from the side, Coach Lamanis will have to use his substitutions to try and change it in the final 2 minutes, but what a difference from Angola there. Eduardo Mingas, all the confidence in the world, picks and pops for the open shot. Australia, despite the fact they've got 62 points off the bench, they're still down in this one. 5.
That has to be a world record, surely. 62 points off the bench. Now, I can't confirm that because, well, I'm not sure whether that stat is one that is often looked at. It's a bit like the no free throws from Lithuania last night.
Just having a look, I was trying to find the records as well for most points and a half for a person, because Moreira, he has 30 in this second half.
Well, going back in the history of the game, people like Oscar Schmidt, they regularly hit 50, I think.
Yeah, well, Moreira, he needs 45 to make it into the top 6 performances ever in the World Championship. It'd be the first time in the 2000s that anyone's made that sort of figure. So,
well, he's got 2 minutes and 1 second to do it, unless, of course, we have overtime.
Absolutely.
And here's Australia trying to avoid overtime and trying to win the game. Dante Exum into Nate Juwai. Exum. Well, that came off an Angolan fingertip. Good defense from Angola. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Australia. They trail by 5. Chris Goulding to inbound. Oh, great steal. And here go Angola on the plate. Donyema, the pass inside. It's Angola by 7. Who else but Yannick Moreira there for his 36th point. Dante Exum again looking for Juwai. Nowhere to go along the baseline. Here's Juwai again. The foul. And And that's Ndonyema. And that puts Angola in the penalty. Throckmorton back in for Nate Juwai. Sideline Australia, who trail by 7 with 84 seconds on the clock.
Still plenty of time, especially with Golding on the floor. Australia. Here we go. We'll try and run something for him, but well, good awareness from Costa.
Dante Exum hits his first 3 of the game.
Well, his first 3 of the tournament, I believe, Roy, and what a time to do it.
It's back to 4, the Angolan lead. Ticking down to the last minute.
Costa's got a mismatch here, so's Mingas. They're going to try and go to Mingas in the post, guarded by Exum.
Donyema into Mingas. Mingas spins and he's fouled. Now the referee says no score. He waves it correctly.
It was a good foul from Exum. Knew he had the mismatch. Mingas was going to back him down. I'm not sure why no one came to help for Australia.
Again, at this late stage, we're in the last minute. We must give credit to Croatian referee Sretan Radovic, Kazakhstan Eugenie Nekiev, and the German Roberto Loromosa. We've not noticed them. And that's great refereeing. Eduardo Mingas on the foul line. He is on 14 points. He's grabbed 8 rebounds as well, so very close to becoming the second double-double man for Angola.
Traditionally a good free throw shooter. 9 of 11 coming in.
The lead is 5, or rather 5 seconds into the last minute of the 4th. From two for Mingas. The lead 6. Gibson. Motum to Exum. Exum from 3. And the rebound, Cameron Bairstow, and the conversion. The lead now 4.
Here comes the trap. Angola got to make sure they don't turn it over.
Oh, that's a foot violation against Maxim. Sorry. Throckmorton. Makes his one way round. Costa to Barosh. Back to Costa. And the foul, good foul. Adam Gibson. 2-shot foul though. Remember, Angola not yet in the penalty. Costa on the foul line. And Costa on 8 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. What a great team game he's had. Oh, that's going to miss by a long way. Tired shot from Costa.
A good foul from Australia then. They'll have options offensively. They'll be able to go for a 2 or a 3.
Costa misses the second and the rebound. What a tip there from Eduardo Mingas. Australia got a foul now quickly. There's the foul. Good foul from Motum.
Unfortunately, they're going to foul Milton Barosh, who's yet to miss a free throw in this competition. He was 10 of 10 before today.
Milton Barosh on the foul line. 7 points so far. He ices the first. The lead 5 for Angola. Well, it used to be a 5-second regulation on the foul line. Seems to have disappeared. The lead 6 with 26 seconds.
And Denimis stole the inbound.
Oh my word.
He did a Joe Ingles to Australia. Ingles has done it twice and now they're going to try and pass it around.
And Dante Adam can't quite get the steal.
Gosh, with the dangerous bars, everybody's telling them just hold on to it.
Now all Angola have to do now is pass to an open man. And we have a timeout by Angola.
Just to ensure they can get it in here. That's all they've got to do, get it in. Not sure if Australia will give this one up now or will they continue to foul.
18.2 seconds remaining in regulation and Angola lead Australia 89-83. Angola timeout. They want to make sure they get everyone open so Australia can't foul them. Well, what a recovery from Angola. They lost the first period by 5, they lost the second period by 8, they won the third period by 11, and they're leading this fourth period by 8. With 18 seconds remaining. Remember, Angola had to win this to stay alive in the scrap for a 4th spot. which would take them into the knockout round next year. Mind you, next week, mind you, they still have to wait for Korea to beat Mexico. That is a big, big hope.
It's been the youngest man on their team, hasn't it? Yannick Ferreira, who's been the superstar.
If Angola win this and Mexico win, then Angola will be in a tie-break with Mexico, but they lost heavily to Mexico. So suddenly, if they win this, Angola will have a lot of Korean friends. Possession in the front court from Angola, and Costa having a word with Dominguez there. Don't you dare make a mistake, or please don't make a mistake, is more like it. Costa to inbound. Fortes looking to get open. That's a kick violation, and 7/10 of a second came off the clock.
Angola relying on Barros and Lingas to get open. Australia have got their matchup so they can switch. And now they're going to change the play. Lingas is the key. So's Moreira. They could be the lighthouse.
Barros spraying the ball around, making sure no one's there to foul. Here we go. Great ball movement from Angola. Excellent ball movement, and the shot from the corner misses. Doesn't matter though. Oh! Well, it's mayhem in there. Now, doesn't matter whether that's scored or not, because Angola have beaten Australia, and the referee's given 2, I think, so it's 91-83. Angola over Australia. What a terrific game we have. Angola are still alive.
It matters to that man, Yannick Moreira, the MVP, 38 points, 15 rebounds, and what a win for Angola. Still got a chance going forward. They'll rely on Korea in the next one. They've done their part of the bargain.
What a game we've got. The first game of the last day of the first phase of the FIBA Basketball World Cup Group D here in the sunny island of Gran Canaria. The crowd here at Gran Canaria Arena being richly entertained indeed by both teams. Australia led by 13 at the half, but what a recovery from Angola. Wow. 62-41 in that second half. And a lot of that down to, well, 2 men really in terms of scoring. Moreira 38, Mingas 16. And a very, very useful 12 points from Roberto Fortes, number 6 for Angola.
Well, Mingas and Moreira, they came together to combine for 50 second half points for Angola, and they were the difference.
Australia's record now, 3 wins, 2 losses. Angola, 2 wins, 3 losses. We've had a terrific game here, first game, and there are still 2 games to come, remember. Korea against Mexico, and then later than usual tonight, it'll be Lithuania against Slovenia. So we'll take our breath here at the Gran Canaria Arena, but in a couple of hours or so, don't forget, get back here because Korea can make things very interesting if they beat Mexico. Repeat, a wonderful game which Angola have beaten Australia 91-83.